Hello everyone, good morning. I am Swati. So today we will learn about how to make quiz app using HTML, CSS and JS. Which features we have to add there and how the JS functionality is working. Today we will learn. Okay. Now you can see here the UI of my quiz app. This is the starting page of the quiz app. If we click on this start button, the quiz will start, and also you can see here there is some questions and options. If we click the option, then it is showing the next button. How it is showing, why it is showing, we will learn. Okay, so you can see here the uh, what is the capital of the India. This is the question and correct answer is Delhi. That's why the option is say option we can see in a green color. Then when we click on next button, it is going the next question. And also if we are clicking the option, the next button also show. When we are going to next button, like next question, it is hiding that next button. So today we will learn how it is working. And at the end you can see your score also. So your score is out of 5 out of 3, and you can see here there are two buttons. First is back and second is play again. If we click on this play again, so it will start from the first question. If you go back from there, so it will come the front page of the quiz app. Let's move on the code. Okay, now you can see here this is the start page of my quiz app. This is the boilerplate of HTML web page. In that, the doctor of HTML is saying that we are using the HTML5 version. In that, head is a invisible part of the web page, and in that we are storing the metadata. And you can see here the body is the visible part of the web page. In that, whatever we are writing, we able to see on our browser. So firstly I make one div for that, and in that I make one container. In that I use, you can see here that icon, like arrow icon, that is used, I use for back arrow. Okay. um, After that I give the heading, and then I write a short paragraph using p tag. Then when we are clicking this button of start, it is showing the another page. Because of here I use anchor tag. After that I make for that buttons, and also using script tag I connect that JS file with the HTML. And you can see here I give style to my web page, like starting page. In that I use hide background, display, justify content center, align item centers, these all things. This used for styling. These are the CSS property. For text align center means if we want to text in a center, we will use their text align center. And if we want to any content or any item in a center, at that time we will use justify content center and align item center. And also you can see here I give the background color to my container white. And also I want the font size in a bold, that's why I use a font weight bold. Font style I want normal, so I give normal. If you want italic or bold, any other style, so you can give there. Okay, then position also I give for that arrow. You can see here for that arrow I give the position absolute. After that you can see here the JS, which logic I apply for that, means when we are clicking how it is going. So because of, firstly I create two variable for the start button and go back button. In that I access that two buttons id using get element by id. It is the accessive element in a JS. With the help of them we can access any HTML element in JS. After that, on start button means when we are clicking, you can see here the another page is opening. Why? Because on that I apply add event listener, means when user will click on that the function will work, and Also, with the help of window.location href, I give the location. Means after clicking the button where we have to go, where we have to show the next page, that location I store here. So this location means this next page is I give the name quiz.html. That's why I give the window.location href is equals to quiz.html. After that, this is a I make one another for arrow button. You can see here one arrow. If we click on this, it will go back in a home page. I make this functionality for that. After that, you can see here how the page is looking here. Like next page, like questions are, options are here. How? So in that also, firstly to I give h1 heading I gave in that. After that, I make one div, and also for the question I make s2 id, and in that I give the id name is question, and second one is for answer button I make another div. Also, I when we are clicking the two buttons we are able to see here in a row. Why? Because in div I make one div, in that I give the button row, and in that include two buttons and give the id, next button and back button. Okay. Also here I use script tag for the connect the js file with html. Then you can see here the css. This is the css property. This is universal. This task is universal. It apply on html, all html element. We can see all the structure on our web page. Okay. Then margin padding, font family iq, this is the top family iq. Then body, like I give the background color. You can see here the linear gradient, like bluish color. You can see here able, you are able to see here the that color. Also display flex, justify content center, align item center, that I use for this container. Like this property will help us to make the content in a center in a proper, like from left and right it will both balance this justify content center. And I want the atoms in a center, that's why I use a align item centers. Also I give the min height 100 vh, and then app I give the same properties like background height, width, padding, text align. I want left, so I give the left. I apply display flex. Display flex it is used for making responsiveness our web page, and also it is dynamically in horizontally. Okay. And for next button I use for background color. When we are hovering, it is changing color because of hover property. You can see here next button hover dark blue. When we are hovering, it is changing the color by the hover, because of hover property. And also when we are removing our cursor, it is changing on hand because of the cursor pointer. Because of cursor pointer, the it is changing in a hand. After that h1 I give the color, also text align, font size, font weight, also margin bottom. I want in the bottom means from the bottom side, that's why as your margin bottom. Then you can see a font weight, margin. Look at here the cursor pointer. When we are hovering, that is changing because of cursor pointer. Transaction margin top, and also some css properties. You can see here if our answer is correct, it is showing in a green color, and if it is wrong, so it is showing red color. Why? Because in a css I give the correct and incorrect answer. If it is correct, so it will show the background color in a green. If it is incorrect, so it will show in a red color. Let's move on our js logic. This is all the css I apply for the styling. And for that you can see here the functionality of that. Means when we are clicking, it is showing next answer. How it is showing and how it is working, we will learn in a js. Okay. You can see here the question are coming one by one. Why? Because I store in a one. Firstly I make one array, in that I store the five question and their answer and with option. Also give the correct option true and otherwise false. I write here, you can see here text column, and in the daily that is correct, so I give their true, otherwise all are false, so I give their false. In array I just store the 5 question. If you need more, so you can store more questions with options. After that I access the all IDs which we given in a HTML web page. That ID I access in a JS using get element by id, and in the parenthesis which id name we give in html, I just copy that and here write here. Okay. After that I apply here logic. Means if our current question index is 0, or let our score also 0, then we will create one function in that which will be start. Okay. After that the current question will be 0 and score also 0, and the you able to see here the next button. For that I use next button dot inner html and next, and it will show when we click on next button, it will show next question. Here you can see show question. I make one function and I just call that function here. Then in the next function show question, if the question are showing, it will be reset from starting. Like we will click on that, it will refresh. After that you can see I use some methods here. Also create using DOM. I create one button for each. You can see here I use here for each method and also arrow function. Why? Because we have function also, but we are using arrow function because of the function. In function we give the function name, and the code of the function is little bit long, but in when we use arrow function it little bit short and clean, and it is very useful for user to read the code easily. Arrow function is anonymous. Anonymous means no names, no need of the function name. It work automatically in a valid function name. Okay, so here I create button using DOM, using the create element property. Okay, then button dot inner html I give the answer text, and I use here class list also, and in that I add the button. And also when we are creating the elements in a JS, we have to append that, means we have to access that. So using append child I access the button here, you can see here. After that I apply one condition, that is if answer is correct, so our button data set correct, so it will show the answer correct. Okay. After that on that button I apply add event listener, means when we click on that it will select the answer like this. Okay. Then another function I made, that is restate means when we will go to next question, the next button will hide. Why? Because I here use next button dot style display none, it will not show. When we will click on the answer button it will show. If when we will go to next, it will all the function restate. That's why the next button is a display, we cannot display that. Okay. Then you can see here I make another function for the selecting answer. I target that I target that question's answer, means when the question is incorrect, like I click here, when this answer is incorrect, but it is showing the correct answer also. Why? Because of this. If I make one variable for that, that in is correct is equals to select button dot dataset dot correct is true, so it will show. If it is true, so it will show green. If it is wrong, it will show red. Then I apply one condition here, that is if the answer is correct of that question, so our score will be increased by 1. If the condition will be false, so it will show incorrect. Okay, then I use here array.com for answer button. Also here for each method, and we use for each method for in array it will check the all elements one by one all, and also use for the class list dot end. If it is true, so it show the correct and it will add. Then button display true. Okay. Then when we are going to next question, the next button will display block. It will not show. Then for at the end you can see I store the 5%, okay, in an array. If the fifth question is ended here, so you can see here your result. Why? Because of function score. I make here one function that is show score, and in that reset I call the reset state function. In that also you can see a question element will dot inner HTML will show your score. I use here for that template literals. It is on the dollar sign with curly braces. It is called interpolation, means using dollar sign with curly braces we can store the variable in that. Also make two buttons. First is back, second is play again. If we click on that, so we can play from starting. If we go back, so it will go from the front page of this quiz. Then another function I use to next button. If the current question index will increase, then we will check our current question index is less than question dot length. Then it will show question, means our current question index is 4 and our question length is 5, so this condition is true, so it will show the next question. If our current question index is greater than question dot length, so in that it will show the score, because we just our question length is 5 and we cannot increase our current question index, so it will be false and it will show the score. After that, for next button I apply on that event, that is add event listener, means when we will click on that, after that it will firstly check the condition, that is our current question index is less than question dot length, so it will show next button, otherwise it will start from the starting. And for starting, uh, I already make the function, I just call that function, that is start quiz. So when we will click on this back button, it will start from the starting. So you can see here, this is the whole logic of JS using HTML, CSS and JS. If you have any question, you can come back and watch video. Also comment. You can see here again I am showing you practically, like if I click the correct answer, it is showing next button. When I am going next button, it is hiding the first button. You can see this is wrong. This is fifth question, and at the end we can see here our score. If you want to play back, go and play back.